Hello, Feuzion. My name is Alex. He's the host of Feuzion News, and today is February 15th, 2017, and I have a big show right now. I'm on the phone with RJ City, professional wrestler. So, RJ, how are you doing today?
I am good. I am calm. I am a centered human being, but more importantly, young man, how are you doing today?
Good. Now, you, of course, are the man who puts entertainment back in sports entertainment. So, of course, former GCW champion. And, how exactly did you get into this career of a professional wrestler or sports entertainer? And, what do you like to be called?
Oh, I've just always been interested in it, and I can't remember not being interested. It was too stupid a possibility to turn down. So obviously that and entertainment to me are one and the same. So I decided to follow my passion of idiocy, and so far it's so good.
Yeah, and of course you wrestled probably 100 matches by now. And, do you have a favorite match that you look back on and be like, that was my favorite match that I ever put on?
That's a good. I did a show that we opened for Hulk Hogan and a bunch of old guys, and they were amazing. The Nasty Boys and Tatanka, and of course Virgil was there. And I had a match in front of a bunch of people. It was $5,000, and it was just like a really good, short, simple match, and it was just a nice example of the idiocy I can do. I've also had. Has there been other good matches? That's a good point. There was once. There's been a few idiotic matches. Once I wrestled with a Phantom of the Opera mask. So I would say some of those would be my favorites as well.
Now, you mentioned Hulk Hogan and Virgil, of course, and, what is it like being around these guys? When you go to independent scenes, you get a lot of former stars that have been in TNA and in the WWE. What is it like hearing their stories that they share with you guys?
Oh, it's ridiculous because sometimes you don't think they're actually human beings. You're just like, I see you on TV, and it's like meeting the Kermit the Frog and being like, oh no, Kermit the Frog turns out to be an actual 56-year-old man. So it's a very weird experience, but then it's nice to get to know them. Like I did a movie with Kevin Nash and one with Roddy Piper and Bret Hart, and then you get to know them and go, they're just normal human beings who happen to have done extraordinary things. So it's always a pleasure.
Now, who was the last person, a legend in this industry that you met?
That I met? Oh my God, that is a really good question. Who was the last one that? Well, I don't know if he's a legend just yet because he's still wrestling, but Ryback was a nice fellow. Um, yeah, he was a nice big hands. Who else? I love Tatanka. I don't know why. He's the best. I love the headdress, the feathers, and the face paint. Tatanka's my man, and I'm a big fan of the Nasty Boys.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so those are
Now,
my top guys.
yep. Ryback, I have a special moment with Ryback. I'm trying to get him on. Maybe you can, shout him out. And, Ryback was here in upstate New York, and this was after it was Friday Night SmackDown, and he gave me his armband that he wore. I was front row there, and he gave me his armband. So, me and Ryback, I like Ryback a lot too.
Now, do you wear the armband? I assume you wear it around your head or your waist?
No, well, it fit on his arm. It probably would fit around my head, but it definitely won't fit on my arm. It's a big armband.
It's a hell of an armband. Yeah, very impressive.
Now, of course, you have a lot of wrestling moves. Favorite wrestling move that you have?
Oh God, probably the eye poke. So far, everyone I've wrestled has had two eyes, so it's a really easy maneuver to pull off, and it seems to be effective no matter how big you are. I've never had an eye poke go wrong. I'll put it that way.
Now, that's cheating. You do know that, right?
To some people, perhaps, but when the other people are have my back up against the wall, I have to do what I
Yeah.
do. So I'm at it.
Well, and of course, in wrestling, there's heels and baby faces. And we'll go off the script here. What's your favorite? What do you like most? Would you rather be a heel or a baby face in a wrestling match?
I think no matter who I wrestle, I really don't change anything up because I'm a stubborn, horrible person. So if they decide to cheer me, then they cheer me. But most often than not, they boo me, and yet I accept it and live with it. But there's a chosen few, like yourself, young man, who understand what I'm doing and appreciate the entertainment that I'm giving to the world.
Yeah, and I love professional wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. And I watch a few of your matches as well, and very good on the mic. How do you go about making promos? I know you're very good at them.
How do I go about them? I think it's important to have like a real point. A lot of people just rant and rave. I don't need to yell that much because I feel like what I'm saying is somewhat important. I usually talk circles around people because I don't know if you know this. A lot of people in wrestling aren't perhaps the smartest or the quickest or have the best vocabulary. So I enjoy taking advantage of that and throwing out words that they don't know the definition of. I think that's a very good strategy before we lock up.
Now, do you watch, other companies, like the WWE or Impact Wrestling? Do you watch, those wrestling organizations?
Of course, I watch things all the time, and I also love to watch old stuff. I love like Memphis and like Mid South, and there's places like that are a very crazy time that may never come again. So I like to study them and perhaps steal things that people aren't aware of.
Now, if you ever had to face Enzo Amore in a promo battle, who would win, you or Enzo?
Oh my! Well, you know what? I have to say, my promo may just be wittier. It may not be as loud or as energetic, but I think intellectually, if you gave it to a university English professor and you said, judging by both promos, if you wrote them out, you said which one's the best, he would have to give me an A+.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see that in the future, right? We never know.
You never know.
So, growing up, you were trained by Johnny Rambo and Johnny Wave. That's a popular name in wrestling, Johnny. So, what did those guys teach you most in this career of professional wrestling?
I spent a little time with Johnny Rambo, and then it's also important to take a little bit of knowledge from everybody. And I spent time with Ruffy Silverstein and some time at Squared Circle, and a bunch of different people come in and help. And of course, you never, as they say, and as you will learn as you get older, that you never really stop learning. So I think it's important to just learn as much as you can. That way you know what's out there, and then you can see what works for you. You know what I mean? You can't just date one woman your whole life. You don't know what you're missing out on. You have to play the field, see what's out there, see what you enjoy, and then you can pick what you like. Did you think you'd be getting...
So we talked earlier... I'm sorry?
...program here?
Yeah.
I'm ushering you into manhood here. I'm talking about dating, very important things.
Yeah, definitely.
And may I commend you, if I may go off script, for you just wearing a suit. If I was 16 years old, I would not. I wore sweatpants for about 3 years. So I respect your suit, young man.
Thank you. I actually got this in Italy.
Oh, very impressive. Very impressive.
Thank you. Now, of course, we talked earlier in the show about, your favorite matches. Now, is there someone out there that you would love to have a match with?
Ooh, that is a good question. I would think someone who's like the total opposite of me. Maybe like someone really angry, like a Sami Callihan. I'd like to see how that would organize itself. Perhaps like a Cody Rhodes, just to say hi, how are you? Let's see if he can handle my idiocy. I'm very interested. I think. Well, here's a question for you: who would you like to see me wrestle?
There's a lot of guys, and maybe Ty Dillinger. How about that?
Well, I severely ridiculous each time, and I would certainly look forward to doing it again.
We are having audio problems. We have a little. I missed what you just said there, RJ. Can you repeat that, please?
Oh, I said Ty Dillinger and I had some battles in the past, and they got straight up a young man that I would give him, dare I say, an 11 out of 10.
Uh-huh. Now, of course, he made his WWE debut at the Royal Rumble. We haven't seen him since that time, but there's also some other guys. Maybe a Samoa Joe. How about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would kick my ass. But again, the real question is he ready for the eye poke? And I don't think he is.
Now, RJ, before we wrap up this Fusion News interview, I have to ask, what was your most embarrassing moment in a wrestling ring?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Most embarrassing moment. Oh, I'll tell you. And you know what? It's one that continues to haunt me. To make a long story short, I was given the rock bottom by Elmo from Sesame Street, and it's now a meme on the internet. And if you Google Elmo rock bottom, you'll see my back being rock bottomed by Elmo. So people tag me in it probably once a month. They're like, "Hey, like Snoop Dogg posted this meme, and it was great." And of course, my back is unfortunately more famous than my front right now. But that's of course the tragedy of being a meme.
Yeah, well, hopefully that never happens again, right?
No, that's right. I have a big vendetta with Elmo, Cookie Monster, Telly, Grover. I'm gonna call them all out.
Okay. Well, RJ City, I want to say thank you for joining me on my show today. And where can the fans follow you on Twitter?
Yes, thank you very much. You can get it at RJ City 1 and Instagram at RJ City. And thank you for having me on this show. This is a fine little outfit you're running here.
Thank you. Maybe we'll have you back on in the future, right?
I would love that. We could have a discussion about suits.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you, RJ, for coming on my show today.
No problem. Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you later.
Yep, definitely. Okay, TV station, go back, watch all my other episodes, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow with 5 shows. Big day. Thanks for watching.